All right, guys. Well, back from vacation, and it was fun. It was kind of fun, yeah. So I also, while I was gone, I ordered something, and it arrived before I got back. It's a GoPro, a Hero 9, first ever GoPro for me, and I'm gonna switch from this phone and use that. But let me show you what it looks like. There's the bad boy right there. It's got screen in the front and the back, and it's touchscreen. I played with it a little bit, but I've not used it, and I'm about to start using it now, so scratch that. I'm not going to use it right now. Right now, what I'm going to go do is go get a memory card for it. You spend all that money and it don't even come with a memory card. Should have expected that, though. Alright guys, so today's not really shaping out to be a good day. I got a lot going on. One is the RV. I ripped out the front, and I have this project started, and I gotta pretty much stop and get on my roof. I gotta start on my roof. I have a roof leak, and I didn't do the roof. It was done when I got the house, and they didn't vent it properly. I knew that when I got the house. I tried to vent it, hoping that it would save the shingles, but they are done. They are just cooked. They're curled up really, really bad. So I'm gonna have to do my roof, at least half of it, and funds is gonna be a problem with that. But I fed the animals, well, everybody but Billy. And what I wanted to show you is when I do Billy, is he likes the food straight from the bucket. And he always takes his little metal food bowl that I give him, and he knocks it down the hill. So what I'm gonna do, I did this last night, is I'm just gonna give him this bucket and let him eat and just hang out with them for a little bit, and it seemed to work really good. There you go, buddy. He wants off. I can't let him off. He's in heat right now, or he's in rut right now, and he'll go next door. He'll be fighting everything. See what I mean? You okay, Ava? You okay? All right, I had to move my station over here to where Billy's box is, so I can set my coffee down and drink it while I hang out with him. He's eating it right now, right out of the bowl. But anyway, the roof is leaking, and I have to replace the shingles on the roof, so I'm gonna be doing that. All the animals are fixed up. To show you guys what Billy does, well, Lily too. Billy does most of the work though. I have this all right here. This is all that tall stuff, and I would say this is about waist high to chest high. See what I mean? This is about mid waist high. All this stuff is. It's just tall grass and brush and bull crap, as we call it, briars and bullshit. But I'll show you what he does. There's the tall stuff, and here's this stuff. This is much shorter. See, he's done ate all this up. Ate it all down. Tore it all up. And this is where he stopped. And then I moved him. See? Then I moved him over here, and he's starting to do a good job here. So, and all I do is I move his house to the next area, and he just lives there. And I give him yard time too, because, you know, if I was a dog or a goat, I wouldn't want to be tied up all day. All right, Billy. So I busted out the Fluke. I'm gonna have to test this battery, because I cannot for the life of me figure out what's going on, why it won't turn over. I think that battery's just completely shot. After this, I'm gonna go to jiu-jitsu. Oops. You put it on volts DC, because this battery is direct current from a battery. So you do DC, and that's what this symbol is. Right there. With the line and the dots. And then this is volts AC, which is what you'll use on your house with 120 volts, 220 and all that. But anyways, I'm gonna test this battery and see if it's even got juice. So, and the numbers are actually pretty good. I mean, it needs a little charge, but it's 1211. So that's actually pretty good. It should be turning over. So I think it's the push button. We're gonna jump the solenoid to see. All right, here's the solenoid. This is from the battery right here. And then these wires right here, this little wire right here, is like a light switch. What it does is it sends power here. There's a plate down here, like a big metal plate at the bottom. And when you add power to it, the magnet sucks the plate up, just like that. Dink. And when the plate sucks up, it connects these two wires together. So the plate will bink, and then the juice will go from here, through here, and out here. So it's like a light switch almost. You're turning it on. Now, this part, this wire that makes that magnet work, is not working, in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump that manually with these pliers, and I'm going to see if they'll turn over. It probably won't turn all the way over because the battery is low, but it should do something. Yeah, see? Yeah. So something's going on here. I have to check it out. Or maybe something else is going on with the computer. I don't think it has a computer. I think it's the switch. I'm going to test it when I get back. I'm going to take that fluke and I'm going to test the switch. I'll show you guys how to do that. Right now I'm going to finish my coffee. Just tinker on that thing a little bit as I go. Tim's super patient with me. And I appreciate him doing that because sometimes this stuff really gets in my head and frustrates me, makes me angry. I gotta take breaks, work on a little bit, take a break, you know what I mean? But anyways, I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'm gonna get my gi bag ready and then we're gonna go to jiu-jitsu. Alright guys, we're off to jiu-jitsu. I gotta stop at Walmart and I gotta get a memory card for the GoPro and then I'm gonna use it. So I'm gonna stop at Walmart and get that and then we'll see what that footage ends up looking like. It's supposed to be a really good camera, so let's see. Let's go get a memory card. Alright guys, got it. And I got the GoPro. We'll put it in and we're gonna start recording with that. Alright guys, well, there's the GoPro. Let's go to jiu-jitsu. Well, we made it. I'm really tired already from the drive, I guess, driving all week. And then driving down here, so, but I'll get my stuff together and we'll go in.
What's up, superstar?
What's up, brother?
Nice. Get under, get the underhook right away, cut. Man, I like that camera.
You like it? Nice.
Super cool, man. I'm gonna get one.
Huh?
It's been a while, man.
What's up, brother? Doing good?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, it's good to see you.
It's by the Marines and the Navy guys.
Oh, for sure.
That's the one I remember you're doing.
What's up?
What's up, man?
DJ. DJ's flexing too.
Yeah.
Show them off, DJ.
He's like showing them off this big chest.
Monday nights.
All right, all showered up, ready to go. Huh?
Oh, Robbie. Just a beast right here, man.
Nice.
Nice, huh?
Oh, man, I have to get one of those, man. That's so
That are
awesome.
nice, ain't they? bad. Well, there we go. JJ said there was 46. We're gonna wait for them all to turn red, and then we're gonna make our tomato juice for our goulash for the winter. We won't have too much. We'll have a little bit, just something to mess with. Alright, so what I do here is I take distilled water from Walmart. It's got to be distilled water. Has to be. Can't not be. Then here's my battery on my tractor. Now I'm going to try to set the camera up here. But these caps here need to come off. So I take a screwdriver, a little flathead screwdriver, stick it in there. Now, the cap's off, okay? If you can look down in there, you'll see that there's fluid in there. Liquid stuff, looks like water, but it's supposed to go touching the bottom of this cap, and it does not, okay? So I gotta add some water. What happens is it's so hot, this water will evaporate, and you have the acid left, so you add water to it to help preserve your battery. So now I'm gonna add water to it and charge it. And again, it has to be distilled water. Let me add the water to it and I'll show you. And there we go. They're nice and full all the way to the top. Well, not really to the top. They're about that much underneath the top. So, because if you look at the caps, there's that. You don't want to push them in. Then you just simply put the cap right back on. Hit it, and she's charging on a slow charge, so I'm gonna go ahead and let her charge up. Unplugged. Let's see if it worked. And it did not. Alright, so I'm gonna do this right here. Some people asked me to do this kind of stuff, so I'm gonna do it here. Alright, so check this out. I put the water in the battery and I charged it, and it charged all the way up. It's 12.53. okay, so now I hook the battery back up, I turn the key on, and it drops down 12.51. And then when I press the button here, watch, it drops way down. So that tells me that the battery is no good, because it shouldn't drop low like that. It does drop, but not that low. So this battery is not gonna be savable. It can't save it, so I gotta go get me a new battery. Coming with me, huh? Who's the star of the show here, huh? Yes. Alright, so I went with the Marine battery. It's a deep cell. Deep cycle is what they say. I like these batteries a little bit better. It's a little bit bigger battery than what was in here, so instead of it facing this way, it's got to face this way. No big deal to me, but the wire was short. So now I got to come over here and open up my material trailer here to have all my material. And I got to get some wire. This is all wire that I got, and always just keep wire around because I need it for things like this, see? So now I got a piece of wire in here. It's already got an end on it. I'm gonna brush it up, clean it up, make a longer positive, and then I'll find one, looks like one right there, I'll make for the longer negative. So let me get back to this. This is what I do with all my wire here. Put it all in here. Save it for the next time. Right here. This is a bunch of wire. Cover it back up with the tarp. And what I have here is a positive and a negative and plenty of wire. Now I already took the positive off, but this is the starter here, and the positive goes on this nut. So I already taken it off, the other one off. What I'm gonna do is put this long one on, like so. Tighten her up. I kind of got lucky there. I didn't know that would fit. All right, nice and snug. Now all I got to do is route the end of the wire. And it used to go through that hole right there, so this one. Ava just got a rat and Bentley killed it. Good job. All right, drop it. Good girl, Ava. Good job. Yep. Good job, Ava. Good job, Bentley. Good boy. That's a good boy. Well, you ain't done much yet, but I'll pet you. Good job, Bentley. Good job. Good job, Ava. Good job. He's just wanting petting. Good job. Alright, back to this. Like I was saying, it goes through there. So I got the other end of the wire. I'm simply just going to put it through that hole. Through the hole, like that. Then on the other side, right here, I'm simply going to pull it. Oh! I'll pull it all the way through, all the wire. Pull all the wire through. Alright. Now the wire is going from the starter through the hole. And I need to cut off about that much. Alright, so I just cut the wire. It's plenty long enough. I'm going to strip the end there. And then I'm going to put it in here. And I can't do that on film while holding the camera, so I gotta do this, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. I took the knife. My wife got me here, right here. It says, "I love you." Yep. I used that. I cut the wire so it's exposed here. Now I'm simply gonna take it and put it inside here. Inside this battery terminal. Now I can put it. Alright. Got it back in there. Now I just take my adjustable wrench and I'm going to tighten it down. I believe that's about as tight as she can get. So one down. One more to go. Alright, here goes the negative right here, the negative wire. I'm going to take it off. There we go. Alright, here's the new wire. No, that's the old wire, I'm sorry. Take that out of there. Here's the new wire. I already ran it through the hole on this side. I take this, put this on here. Make sure it's nice and tight, and it is. Now, again on this side, I have plenty of wire. If I need to cut it, I'm gonna cut it about right there. Some cutters here. Not the best cutters out there, but that's a thick wire. Got my trusty dusty knife from my lovely wife. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut about where I want. I'm gonna cut a circle all the way around it. Right there. All right. Take this wire off, put that wire on. Pretty much, so I'm not even gonna have them. Wires out. I went with a little bigger wire, I think. That's fine though, you don't want to go with a smaller wire. Alright, got her on there, now I just gotta tighten her down. Alright. All done. Now let's hook up the battery. First thing you put on every time is your positive. Put your positive on first. That's gonna help with the sparking. If you put the negative on first and then you put the positive, it'll start sparking everywhere. Now the negative should go on and it may spark a little, it might not, but it usually don't. See, no sparks. So you always hook the red up first. Now stop the sparky spark. I'll keep this wire. I gotta put it back. I even keep the old wire that I pulled off. Put it somewhere else. Still good wire. It's just short. There's those pieces and a piece I dropped. Alright, so I got a leak, and what I thought was the roof was burnt up, because when I bought the place, the roof didn't have any ventilation on it. So I put some vents into it, and I think the vents are the reason why it's leaking. This roof's not that bad, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I start looking into this vent, and because I haven't covered this, I believe the water goes in here, and it has these little holes right here. You can see them. They'll let the water out. But I think what happens is it fills up. Water can't escape fast enough, and it fills back inside into here, which is my vent. This is all vented out. This is heat, and then it gets down in here, and it goes down, and it's been leaking. So I got a different type of, I don't like this plastic. I didn't like it when I bought it. I usually go with metal ridge caps, but I haven't this time, and it bit me in the butt. So I'll show you what I got. This is what we got. Metal ridge. Has this here. Pretty thick stuff. I used it on my barn out there, and I like it. So I'm gonna keep the shingles for now and see if it leaks after I do this ridge cap. And if it don't leak, I'm just gonna leave this ridge cap on there. But if it leaks again, then I'll know the shingles are bad. But I don't think the shingles are bad. All right, let me explain to you guys how this roof system works. If you have a shingle roof like this, it's supposed to vent. Now, this is on the side of the house. Right underneath is the overhang. Now you see these little holes here? That's for to allow air flow through. And what it does is it flows through, runs all the way up the roof, and comes out the top, and it cools off the roof as it does that. They did not do that here. I had to install this and the ridge cap. So the air will come in from here, and it'll flow all the way up this roof, and then it pops out the top of the vent like this. They didn't have any of that. They just had it all sealed off like you would a shed, I guess. And so what I'm gonna have to do is get this here. I already cut the vent. I already made this open. I put this over top. You can even feel it working. But I gotta cover it with this stuff. And I gotta leave a gap on each end so air can flow out and this stuff can vent out of here, but also where the rain won't go in. And then the other thing I'm gonna do is, so I'm gonna put a vent here all the way to here, and then this is for my living room side, so this is all vented, but I never did vent this side, and this needs vented or else the shingles are gonna cook and they're gonna be no good. They'll curl and stuff like that, you know. So when I bought another vent, and I'm gonna cut the hole, take this cap off of here, and then I'm gonna cut a hole so this side can vent and put the ridge cap over top, and I think that'll help me set up really good there. Just got a little washer on them. There. That's all. I'm gonna use to screw them down. All right, I believe that'll work. Now I got to do the other side. Well, there she is. A nice, good vent hole. Now I got to put the piece on top. So all the air, I can even feel it coming out right now. All the hot air. Alright, she's good to go. Should be venting just fine. Well, there she is. All done. Now I left a little gap here that I want to help protect a little bit with the rain. This is starting to get a little rain damage here. I got to put some facers on this to protect it. As you can tell, it's looking rough. It's not rotten from what I can tell, but it's definitely, all this paint is no good. So I gotta start figuring a way to protect that. But how this vent decides to work, the rain will hit it, it will definitely go off, but the heat and everything should be coming out of here, right here, right up the middle. So that's how I got that whole vent working out. So we're good to go. Alright, you gotta excuse the mess. My wife just did laundry. But I don't know if you can tell it or not, but if you look right here, there's an outline all the way up and down this wall, and that's water damage. It's all up and down here. And I know the insulation behind there is bad as well. What ended up happening is, when it rained, I thought it was the shingles, but I think it was the vent. So I think we're good with the vent. I don't think I have to redo my roof like I originally thought. But if you look up here, this is the cathedral. I think the water was getting in right at the peak, and it was traveling all the way down to the window, getting right behind the wall and going down to the floor. And I mean, that spot just popped up on me one day recently, just less than a week. So that really sucks. I got to rip all that wood off, and I got to fix that, probably get rid of that insulation, fix all that. But before I do that, I'm gonna make sure it's not leaking. So I gotta wait for a good rain. But that's what's going on, in my opinion. Alright guys, so the reason I came up with it being the vent instead of the shingles is because when I climbed up on the roof and I started looking at the shingles, they weren't really that bad. I mean, I could tell that the shingles were getting the fact that it didn't have a vent for so long, that the heat was getting to them a little bit. But it looks like I cut the vent in just in time, because those shingles are still in good shape. So I figured, what else is going on? And I went up there and I looked around that vent, knowing that I just put a vent in not long ago. And come to find out, that's what it is. I think that's what it is, at least. So that's how I came up with it. It's really sad. It sucks because I just did all that work, and you know, now I got to redo some of it. So that's what it is. That's what it is, though. That's how it is. I knew I should have went with one of those vents, because I never go with those plastic vents. I never usually go with them, but I couldn't get the ridge vent that I wanted at the time, so I went ahead and get those, and man, did it bite me in the butt. Oh, Ava. So it's all right though. We got it all fixed up, and hopefully it's no more leaking. And let's get on to something else, man. Well, it's not the vent. It's still leaking. So it's got to be the shingles. I need a new roof. This sucks.